what biochar is?
Biochar?
No, and I don't care. What? I don't know.
No, I do not know what biochar is.
Hey guys.
I have absolutely no idea.
No, I don't.
What? Biochar is a 2,000-year-old practice
that converts agricultural waste into soil enhancer.
that can hold carbon!
That boosts food security and discourages deforestation.
The process creates a fine-grained, highly porous charcoal.
That helps soil retain nutrients and water.
We decided to go to our local experts, Bob Wells and Peter Hurst, on how to make biochar. This is what we learned.
We take a 55-gallon barrel. This is cross-section, obviously, open at the top. And we take a 30-gallon barrel, turn it upside down in that 55-gallon barrel, and we fill it with wood in here. This is open. The one inside is open at the bottom, just like you took a cup, turned it upside down on a counter. It's going to be open at the bottom. So you put a little heat in here. What's going to happen? What happens to the wood in here? It pyrolyzes, turns to gas. Where does the gas go? It's got no place to go except out from under the rim of this barrel. And if it were to catch fire on its way up here, it would return heat back through the inner barrel into here, and the reaction keeps going. This is the simplest sort of closed retort that we use for making biochar. So we put holes, we put air holes in the outer barrel. We fill this with a little kindling wood, and we light the kindling wood. We actually light it up at the top. Why do we do that? If we lit it down here, it would heat all this wood up, and all that smoke would take off into the atmosphere. If we light it up here, it burns from the top down, and all those flammable gases burn as they go up, and we get a nice clean burn, crystal clear, clean burn. Almost nothing coming up here but carbon dioxide and water vapor, because all that smoke is being burned. All the heat is going into here. When this gets up to 300 centigrade, what happens? It starts pyrolizing. That gas comes out here. There's already a little fire going on out here. That gas lights, and we get a very hot gas flame. No oxygen in here, remember. So this keeps gassing off and gassing off and gassing off as all those sugars break down. Flames, flames, flames. When there's no more gas to come out of here, this fire goes out because it's got no more fuel. That gas is the fuel. And in the inner barrel, which is more or less airtight, no oxygen in there, so what do we have left in there?
Biochar.
Carbon, biochar.
Are you confused? Well, we were too, so we decided to go build a retort for ourselves at Mr. Wells's farm. This is how we did it.
Cut your primary air holes down in here. Your secondary air holes up here. Fill that with wood. Put it inside there. Fill that with wood. Light it. Put your lid on. And put your stack on. That's it.
A few hours later, and you get biochar!
The compost, which has all the nutrients and the microbes in it, it mixes with the biochar. It has all the places to hold on to that group of microbes and nutrients. And then when we put that into the soil, it provides all of those good things for the plant, as well as making the soil itself have better tilth.
It doesn't get compacted or anything like that.
Right.
After our adventure, we decided to bring our biochar back to the classroom to experiment and learn if it really does affect plant growth. Here is Grace's experience.
We are studying the effects of biochar on plant growth and plant health. With these two separate ones, this is a control group having no biochar but fertilizer, and this is the experimental section having 10% with biochar and 5% biochar with fertilizer, and this one has 10% biochar but no fertilizer. So right now we're calculating the average height of the plants, and after Cody's finished we'll find out if the average height of the biochar versus the control shows us anything about our hypothesis. Okay. Compared to the control, the ideal 10% biochar with fertilizer is a lot greener than the control group. So,
We look forward to finding out how Grace's experiment turns out.
So how does biochar work on a global level?
Biochar retains both carbon and nitrogen, putting them back into the earth instead of into our atmosphere as nitrous oxide or carbon dioxide.
Turning agricultural waste into biochar reduces methane, generated by the natural decomposition of the waste.
Overall, this makes biochar
Necessary towards moving to a sustainable future.
now I understand!
Awesome.
Biochar will save the world. Biochar is the solution.
Alana, I'm not going to be in the video.
But you were.
But you were.
You were.